with HP on our mind, finally the Smart Tank is back. After completely selling out just a few weeks ago, we finally got enough in for a presentation. This is gonna save you thousands of dollars. I only have 900 available for the entire weekend. Everybody that orders the Smart Tank will receive the equivalent of 3 years of ink. 3 years of ink. We did the math, it's equivalent to 180 ink cartridges, traditional ink cartridges. Best quality printing, color printing, photos set free, schoolwork, college work, craft projects that you've got going on. This will do it all. We put 30 ink cartridges on that board, but it's equivalent to 180 of those ink cartridges. Now, one of the things that I'm gonna grill Aaron Berger about is this 3 years of ink, because Aaron, please step forward, sir. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
I'm
right
nervous.
Now.
We're talking about grilling. It's Memorial Day weekend. There's a lot going on.
See what I did there?
I was paying attention for
So the equivalent to 8,000 colored pages, 18,000 black and white.
That's right.
But Aaron, for the average family, I would dare say that you might get more than 3 years of ink.
3 years of ink if you're like a professional print house that prints hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages a month.
Right.
Which most of us don't do. I mean,
Right.
so let's do math for just a minute.
Okay.
The show will get more interesting. We won't do math for very long, I promise. So let's say you print 100 pages a month.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Most people print between 50 and 100 pages per month. If you did 100 pages per month.
100 a month, yeah.
Right, there's 12 months in a year.
12, yeah.
That's 1,200 pages.
Carry the 3,
Right?
yeah.
So if you did that for 5 years,
5 years.
you're still only at 6,000 pages.
Okay.
Right?
What does that mean?
We're talking about 8 to 18,000 pages with the ink included. What it means is we've been very conservative. What it means is, frankly, if you don't print a ton, this might be the last printer you ever buy. You might print on this for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. And I'll talk about that and I'll explain it. When we say 3 years, it's not as though the ink expires in 3 years or it stops working or you have to buy something else. We're including 6 bottles of ink. I've been at HSN almost 20 years.
You have.
I've never sold another printer that comes with more ink than this printer today. Why are we out here making such a big deal about this? Because ink cartridges, as you know, last time your ink cartridges ran out, I bet you went and spent $50, $60, $70 for new ink cartridges. You're not gonna have to do that anymore because we're including literally years and years of ink.
Okay, so that's where we're gonna start. This is, I think,
good start.
It's a good start. It's a good start. It's a compelling start. I don't think there's any one of us that loves spending our hard-earned money on ink cartridges. They're not the most fun thing in the world. And then remembering what you need, a C295 or a B26 -4. I mean, it's just complicated and we always run out of ink at the most inconvenient time. So we love the Smart Tank. This has really taken over the country in a way that is making sense. It's better for everybody involved. So let's start with the printer itself. Aaron, high end.
Absolutely. I mean, so HP is the #1 computer manufacturer in America.
Indeed.
The #1 printer manufacturer in America. So you know when you buy anything from HP, it's going to be high end. Notice, I'll just kind of point out, this is the Smart Tank 7000. It's the highest number in the Smart Tank series we've sold. This is the best of the best. And what just printed is a wonderful example. So this is on normal paper. This is just literally like typing paper, for lack of a better word, right? It's copy paper. It's cheap. It's just the paper we have around, literally around the office, around the studio here. This is still the kind of quality print that you get.
Right.
So we're saying 8,000 prints, and you might be thinking, okay, maybe, you know, I haven't heard of this before. Maybe the technology is a little subpar, or maybe not the technology, but maybe the print quality. Not at all. The print quality is gorgeous. I printed this wirelessly, in fact, from my phone, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do a different picture. So I'm just gonna hop back here into my phone. I'm gonna choose a picture out of my, yeah, that's perfect. In fact, I'll print both of those. We'll go next, we'll go print, and that's how easy it is. So now you can print all of the pictures that you have on your phone, and I say this a lot. We live in this wonderful time in the world where we all have cameras in our pockets, right? Because we all have our smartphones all the time, but we don't print all the time because it's not simple. Well, now it is. I'm printing right now directly from my smartphone. You will too, whether it's from your tablet or your phone or your computer. But I've got to get to the whole ink tank part of this and sort of explain to everyone how it works. So I'm going to ask you, we're going to get to those photos in a minute, but pick them up for a minute, will you? Because we're going to go into the printer.
Okay.
And I'm going to, in fact, do something that I'm not going to get to do a lot today, and that is I'm going to show everyone live how to fill the tanks. And you're thinking, well, why isn't he going to be able to do this live very often? Well, because once you've filled the tank, you got to print out about 10,000 prints before it's empty again. But since Adam is the premiere show, it is, in all seriousness, it is our launch of this, so we're really excited about it. You're gonna get to see it live, and then we'll show everybody how we did it on tape later. So you get, as I mentioned, 6 bottles of ink, 3 bottles of black ink, and then 3 bottles of color ink. You get yellow, you get blue, and you get magenta. I want to show you, if this were complicated, it would be a whole different discussion.
Right.
But it's so simple. So you open the bottle. That's how easy it is to open the bottle. You see there's no mess, there's no fuss, totally clean. I'm going to pop this right onto, you just color match it, so that goes right into the magenta tank.
Can you spill it?
So you can't spill it.
Splash it?
Spill proof, it is splash. It's sort of like a baby's bottle. Oh. You sort of have to work at the rubber part on the end in order to get it out. Now you see that? When I get my hand out of the way, you can see it, right? I'm a pro, don't worry. I'll just put my big old paw in the way so you can't see what's going on.
It's full.
You saw that just filled. And what you'll notice is we include enough ink to fill the magenta entirely, to fill the blue entirely, to fill the yellow entirely, and then we also include 3 full-size bottles of black ink as well, because we use black ink whether it's blending for photos or for text, etc. Now when this is done, you just pop that off, you cap it, and you throw it away, you're done. That's it. You won't fill that tank again, literally for years and years. That's how easy the setup is, that's how simple it is to use. And then of course the key is you get so much incredibly high quality printing from it.
You won't fill that tank again for years and years. Warning, ink levels low. You're not going to see that warning for years and years, so the convenience factor is through the roof. For everybody that is ordering for the Memorial Day sale, we're increasing the amount of ink that you get from 2 years to 3 years. So that's a big deal. Normally when it's 2 years, it's a huge opportunity. We're going even further now, 3 years of ink, and that's being conservative. Do I think you're going to get more than 3 years of ink? I do. Now, printing levels vary and individual circumstances vary as well, but for the average household, I believe you're going to get more than 3 years, but at a minimum, 3 years is remarkable. With everybody placing orders, around 650 to 700 of these left. There's only a couple of airings. We took every one we could possibly get from HP, and HP is America's leader when it comes to printers. Nobody makes a better printer. So Aaron, the visual representation, putting it in perspective, really helps us understand the magnitude of this value.
This is why you buy this printer tonight, now in Adam's show, is because nobody ever said, you know what would be really fun? To go buy ink cartridges today. Literally not one person in the world has ever said that sentence. It stinks. It's not fun to buy ink cartridges, to remember the cartridge. It's always kind of a last minute thing, right? The kids are knocking on your door saying, there's a project due tomorrow or whatever it is. I know graduations are going on right now. If you're thinking to next year, don't go spend 60 or 70 or whatever dollars on ink cartridges when you get this printer home, which is totally wireless. You can print from any device, whether it's an Apple device, whether it's an Android device, whether it's a Microsoft device. You can print from any device, super simple. And this is what we include, 6 bottles of ink. Now I'm gonna talk to that for a second. 1 bottle of ink, 1 bottle, is equivalent to every cartridge you see on this board. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adam made me do math at the beginning. Got your arithmetic tables ready over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is, it's 30.
30, yeah. I thought you were waiting for me to say it. I'm sorry.
Well done.
I'm sorry.
Brilliant. So 30 cartridges in 1 bottle.
Yes.
We include 6 bottles, Adam. 6 times 30 is easy enough. It's easy enough,
180.
Isn't it? It's 180. I had to double check your notes there, but you got 180 cartridges. I mean, I wish we had enough space to have 6 more of these boards out here. We don't. But I do want to make the point, and we are certainly trying to make the point to you, it is a ton of ink. It is literally years and years and years. It is the most ink. I've been at HSN almost 20 years. I've sold HP for more than 10. It's the most ink we've ever included from HP with a printer. Step over here with me for a second, because I want to show it to you in just one more way.
May I just interrupt you for just one moment? You're in full flow, doing your math and everything. Real fast, we are now officially limited quantity with everybody placing orders. This is one of only 2 opportunities to get this printer. It looks like the second presentation may be canceled. With every order, you get 3 years of ink. 3 years of ink, it's a $400 package. We've taken it down to $229. So it's $170 off the price if you're ordering it today for the Memorial Day. There is no catch. This is not a gimmick. It's absolutely the fact. You will fill these ink
tanks.
Tanks. I was going to say wells.
Okay, I'm right here for you, buddy.
Yeah, makes a change compared to the other night where you were not. That's another story. But this really is an amazing opportunity to never think about ink again for years and years and years and years, notwithstanding this simple savings that you're going to make that could equal thousands of dollars. If you're a heavy printer, if you're not a heavy printer, this is going to work. School, college, crafting, every day, printing pictures like this. Aaron, you can't print a cheaper picture in America.
You literally can't. Certainly not on HP, which is the #1 selling printer company in America. You're buying the #1, the most preferred, the most enjoyed, the most, the highest quality. You know, we know what HP means, and that's what you're getting tonight. But tonight, unlike other printers and other HP printers, where you know in a couple months, you'll have to go buy
ink.
Yes, thank you. Cartridges is what I was looking for. It's contagious. You stand next to this guy, you forget everything you ever thought you knew. You don't have to go buy cartridges. You don't have, which, by the way, is great for the, not just your economy, but for the ecology as well. It's good for the world. It's less plastic used, all of those kind of things. Adam, since this may very well be the only airing we have all weekend, we can see you there. Thank you. You're making a smart choice. You know how sometimes you look at things and you go, that's just the smart money move. I am going to save myself so much money. Can you buy a cheaper printer? Absolutely. 100%. Can you buy one that makes more economical sense? I'm not sure that you can. Right. And you guys clearly see that. Thank you. Congratulations if you're picking it up while we have it. I'm going to do what I'm not going to be able to do in any other show. I'm going to show everyone one more time how to fill the tanks.
Please.
Because I think that would be the only thing is some people would think, okay, this is a great idea. It's going to save me money. It's going to be, you know, they say it's going to be simpler, but you know, can I do that? Let's actually, I'll show you live. So if you'll just grab these, we're going to do it live.
We're going to do it live.
We might as well, because like I said, it looks like we're probably going to have maybe one more show, and so I'm going to just show everybody right here.
Don't sell yourself short. I think this is the only show.
This is probably it. Okay, this is probably it. So here we go. This is yellow, and I'll show you how easy it is. So you open it up. You pop it right here in the tank, and you'll hear it. You'll hear, did you guys hear that pop?
That click of confidence.
It's really clear. That's exactly what it is. Sort of a click of confidence. May I use that in my next? Well, I'm not going to have another airing. The next time I come
for next year.
Yeah, I'll get that in writing. I better get that in writing. So here we go. Not put my hand in the way, but look right underneath it. You see how that's filling? So what are we doing? We're filling the tank. It's just like you fill your gas tank. What if you didn't have to fill your gas tank for 3 years? Man,
can you imagine?
You'd spend anything.
You'd save a fortune.
Because it makes sense. Well, this makes sense too. So now it's filled. You won't have to think about that again for, I don't know, a couple of years. You know,
a couple of years.
Yeah, maybe till 2027, 2028. I know it's wild. It is wild to think about. If you do any amount of printing at all, particularly if you do a lot of printing, you cannot pass it up. And again, the quality of the prints, I'll just take a moment to show you.
Please.
Whether you're printing photos, whether you're printing text, whatever it is you're printing, this is HP quality. This is true high definition. That was almost 5 years ago. That's Max crazy. Graduated from pre-K.
Congratulations.
This week, as a matter of fact.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. These are the kind of photos. When you do your holiday cards, I mean, it's, you know, it's gonna be Christmas in July here in a second, right? When you think about holiday cards and those sort of things, they literally cost a couple of pennies a piece, and you won't think about buying ink again for years.
And I don't need to go to the drugstore and stand in line to use the machine that maybe doesn't always work to print out my images. I can do it from home. And I've got enough ink to last me conservatively 3 years. And I want to touch on that again. Obviously, last call, last chance, a few hundred now remaining, very popular item. I don't want to confuse anybody, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but it would be wrong of me not to address this. So when we say this comes with 3 years of ink, right, we're really going conservative. That 3 years of ink is based on 18,000 black and white or 8,000 color pages. The reality is, I'm sure many households who are only printing out 10, 20, 30 pages a month, that 3 years can very quickly become 6 or 7, 8 or 9 or 10 years. Swear to you, that is the reality of it. So be excited over 3 years, but really be excited for the fact that most likely it's going to be beyond that. So this is the last ink you'll buy for many years into the future. We are the only place in America that has it on FlexPay, has this saving, has the free shipping and handling. Final call, final chance. We tried our best to get as many as possible. Aaron, it takes a minute to kind of get it all out. The savings are real, the value is real, the quality of the printer, the 7000 series, high end all the way. I mean, as a printer for our home, you couldn't ask for better.
You couldn't ask for better, and you couldn't ask for a smarter play.
No.
You know, quite frankly, when you don't have to deal with ink cartridges anymore, you don't have to worry about recycling them. Am I buying the right one? Many people will try to buy one that's off-brand because it saves a little bit of money, and then they'll get it home and it doesn't work. Forget about all that. Tonight, order your printer. By the way, this is a printer, it's a copier, it's a scanner. We didn't even get into all that because we're so focused on making sure you understand the great value of the ink, but it is a printer, it's a copier, it's a scanner. You can send faxes using the built-in Smart app, which is a free download. When you get it home, you're also getting home 3 or maybe 3+ years of ink as well. Incredibly easy to use, incredibly friendly to use. Congratulations if you're picking it up tonight. It's a good call.
That board over there represents 30 ink cartridges. You're getting the equivalent, guys, just one last shot of that board. You're getting the equivalent of 180. That's 30 ink cartridges. And you know, you go to the store and you spend $40 on that one, $40 on that one, and $40 on that. I mean, they're a fortune. It's the best ink you can buy. You're getting 180 of those ink cartridges as an equivalent. It's brilliant. If you can, you should. You'll save a lot of money, and printing will be better than ever. Aaron,